Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome again. Around episode 321 or so. I never know where I'm at, but longevity. You clicked on it. Longevity. It's just sprouted. It's just pre-pandemic. There was this NMN crowd. Where's the founder? Don't know if he's still alive. Then came, in recent times, Peter Attia with his book Outlived, a successful podcast platform and the like. Even Oprah endorsed him. Then there's Brian Johnson, the dude, ex-tech, was he a billionaire? I don't know. Spending something like $2 million a year on his health, promoting his longevity hacks. Then there's the likes of David Sinclair, who's working on a new longevity shtick, and he's quite vegan-based or plant-based. I think Brian Johnson is vegan, and with these quick three examples with Peter Attia, he's an opportunistic omnivore. So, and we know the diet tribes out there, the carnivore, the keto, the vegan, the vegetarian, the pescatarian, and beyond. And the standard American diet, standard Western diet, the opportunistic omnivores, the whole foods people, the eating clean people. They all have their positives and negatives, many negatives. But if any of those profiles, methodologies, adoption doesn't incorporate, if any of those don't incorporate the micronutrients, the 90 declared essential micronutrients, then your pursuit of longevity science, efficacy, there won't be any efficacy. You'll be dying age 80 as a science longevity science guru, where people that still drink, smoke, eat crappy food, live beyond that. Genetics. Okinawans, spiritual, and a bit of exercise here and there. The exercise. I think, yes, all those 3 examples that I just mentioned, the Brian Johnson, Peter Attia, David Sinclair, they've all got these little, you must be working out type thing. Yes, some people suggest that, hey, you're working out, but come on. My recent, I've been trialing working out, and my recent sort of thing is calisthenics, 1 minute per day. So if that barely registers, I'm pretty much sedentary. So I was pulling out some weeds, and I can feel it a bit, age 51, and considering that, those 3 examples that I just suggested, Peter Sinclair, Brian Johnson, Peter Attia, they're all in that same sort of age category as me. And I think Brian Johnson's late 40s, and the other 2 are in their 50s. So let's compare notes with those guys and me in 15 years, 30 years time. Pick a date. where we've considered, judged, forecasted that our lifespan, life expectancy, is going to go up further and further. The mainstream suggests that too. I am on the other side. I've mentioned this often throughout my episode history, that we may well be going south. Just a quick note on, I've even mentioned this in the last few episodes, where the easy pickings, the easy statistical pickings, where the life expectancy of someone born in 1900 was 40, and now the life expectancy someone born in the year 2000 is 80, let's say. And we're suggesting that people born now should be living to 150, 200 years. It's possible if you take on, at least acknowledge, micronutrient digestion, absorption, dependable daily supply. But if you just focus on organic, eating clean, whole foods, natural, exercise, whatever diet means to people these days, then no. You're just looking at your average, octogenarian sort of old age person that may be starting to struggle age 65, the health span issue. So that statistical anomaly which I mention often, particularly recent times, is infant mortality rates drop 90, 95%. Bingo bongo, that's an easy doubling of life expectancy. I predict, I mention this quite often as well, but this is all in the one space, in the longevity space. We're dropping like a stone, comparatively speaking. Here's my forecast, prediction, thoughts. Because of the state of our misunderstanding, malunderstanding of micronutrients and how essential it is to our health, we may be dropping 5 years of life expectancy every half century. It might even accelerate because our micronutrient profile has dropped like a stone for the last half century. Particularly in it started 1.5 centuries ago. It wasn't that crash hot, but it's dropping like a stone. And it takes a while for not enough micronutrients to feed through the population. Why does the US, which spends more on healthcare than the rest of the world combined, why do they rank outside the top 40 of longevity statistics out there by nation? The nation which I think ranks as the highest longevity rate is Hong Kong a nation? It is a nation. Higher 80s is their life expectancy. Then we have those blue zones, of course. But Hong Kong, very meat rich, very protein dense, nutrient dense, versus the others. Less, they're quite Western diet, but they could be doing better. The world could be doing better. And let's compare notes with me and those 3 other longevity people. Let's compare me to the rest of them. Name your time frame. So we have the the two vegans, the omnivore, they're all advocating exercise versus me advocating just being aware at least with your micronutrients science, which is part of soil science, veterinary science. All vertebrates need 90 essential micronutrients. I'm not sure what the mainstream suggests. The going number at one time was 27 essential micronutrients. Is it 32? Is it 40? I don't know, but it's certainly nowhere near 90 essential micronutrients, where the likes of Joel Wallach and longevity have been sprouting, bringing forward for about 30 years. So that's what I advocate. I've got some further little tweaks that we need to understand, contend with, to make sure that we digest, absorb, and get dependable daily supply for the rest of your life. How long do I need to take it for to lose this weight and improve that condition? Rest of your life, okay? Rest of your life. So there's the prediction. We're going to drop like a stone, comparatively speaking. Just like we're going to drop like a stone. We didn't see where this was coming from with population stats. China even is looking at halving their population by the year 2100. By the year 2100, there might be only 5% of the current Koreans left. India soon will be dropping like a stone with their demographics. Immigration, migration. Some nations might be welcoming that to keep their economies propped up. Whoa, I've gone from health to economy now. Better not do that. Huh. So, and because I have that usual shtick where there's many just one-off listeners, I need to suggest what I advocate for, what I prescribe, is the Health 44. If you really want to boost your longevity prospects, I've boosted mine, a few others have. This is what you should think of as a chassis, as a starting point, as a no-brainer. Okay, so the Health 44, the first four of the Health 44 is eliminating 95% of the supermarket. Oh yes, oh yes. Gluten, oils, sugars, nitrates, nitrites. There's nuances in there. All of my other episodes have certain nuances to consider in those four food categories that need to be eliminated. The second four of the 44: implement, deploy, consume, take the 90 declared essential micronutrients, 60 of them are minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. There is your chassis. There is your foundation to improve your health, like it has done for me. 4 years in, 80% less body weight, looking great. I was at 2 funerals today, and a distant relative, well, you don't look 51. Yeah, I probably don't compared to others. There's probably people doing better, but I only came into this 4 years ago. I was even, I guess, looking okay 4 years ago, but it still wasn't pretty compared to now. Oh, look how pretty I am. And in that Health 44, we need to consider the digestion. In the last episode, even digestion, an easy fix to digestion, or easy improvement: increase your salt intake. Oh, but that blood pressure this and such sodium that. yes, then you need to get into the weeds. You need to get off those 4 bad food categories, or 4 food categories that you need to eliminate to optimize health. Oh, what can you eat then? There's still plenty to eat in that 5 or 10% of the supermarket. The carnivore people, vegan people, they're all catered for. Keto people. I even found out that some bacon people have nitrite-free bacon. Oh, I'm thinking, ooh. So I might look into that. So whatever your diet tribe, you can start with a great chassis of health. The carnivores and the vegans can coexist, and because carnivores only sort of start to flourish a couple of years ago, especially, but 6 years ago or so. Let's see how they start comparing with their health. The carnivores aren't out of the woods. They could still struggle if they don't understand processed meats, the nitrites complex, the processed meats. If they don't have eat kidney, liver, bone broth, and they just eat their beef, you still may struggle. You still may not even reach the age of 80, because we need to understand the micronutrient complex. Yes, meat could have all the essential micronutrients in them, but perhaps not the optimal amounts, but they're probably at a better foundation versus the vegans, which, let's face it, there's the obese vegans and the emaciated vegans. There's the pale and the flourishing vegans, which are the new ones. I don't know. Yes, I'm poo-pooing vegans here, but I told you, carnivores aren't superior, because they still have a long way to go. I'm pretty much keto, where I have some dairy in there, without the crack cocaine of dairy. Cheeses. So cheeses are pretty much out. Greek yogurt, milk in my organic decaf coffee. And for those one-off listeners that don't know my shtick on caffeine, is caffeine, apparently, I think so, I'm willing to take this as a grapevine or trial, or caffeine leaches our minerals out of our absorption tracts. And yeah, I've effectively reduced my caffeine intake by 95% in recent times. And then I've halved my micronutrient intake to experiment. I'm experimenting for you all as well. Things like, I haven't brushed my teeth in 2.5 years, haven't used soap for 6 years. I'm doing okay. Don't panic. I'm still using deodorant, don't worry. So, straight away I could just imagine, oh, your breath must stink. Well, I think not. So, longevity science may be full of quacks. You're a quack. You're talking this micronutrient shite, expensive urine and all that. Well, let's then compare notes in 15, 30 years, 50 years time, if those other 3 are alive in 50 years. So there you go. I think I've exhausted my ideas, which I wanted to suggest in this particular episode. I think, yeah, I am pretty much exhausted. Nothing else is coming to mind. Yes, this is never prepared or prepped for, or I don't have, things to refer to. It's all coming from from there as well, from my 14,000 hours and counting of independent research, which pretty much I still stumbled upon, and it resonated because it made sense. He doesn't refer to studies and the science. You need to exercise. Hmm. Move a little, exercise as a part of exercise, and no, no. And I've probably spent 4,000 hours trying to be wrong. Trying to be wrong for my epistemic humility. I've tried to be wrong. But I'm not wrong. Yet. I hope to be wrong so I can do better. To come from, nearly halving, I was halving my body weight at one point. Didn't like that really skinny look. Osteo issues, the whole metabolic syndrome complex gone in a short time. And we're not all different. For those that are thinking that we're not all different, we are all in this global herd, and we all need 90 essential micronutrients. There might be, God knows, there might be 115 or 206 of them. That's how many bones we have. So, if any of this resonates, my links are there on whatever link thing I attach, wherever I attach it. I don't care if I don't get business, but it's out there. It's out there. So I'm going to, didn't realize I had the aircon on. It's 5 degrees outside, Celsius, and yeah, that's why I have the aircon on, so I can look my natural self, because we only have a short winter where I live here in outside Brisbane. So until the next time, thanks for your interest. If the longevity people don't incorporate digestion, absorption of micronutrients and the dependable daily supply for the rest of your life, and to have contingencies, and to always be on the lookout for improvements, then your longevity pursuit is not fruitless, but not that effective. Okay? So until the next time, bye-bye.